This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Georgia Bulldogs taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Wolverines will kick it off to get us underway. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Georgia's offense will start this game off. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
The quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game, so who do you look for? The tight end, and there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter, but over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs, but I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Bought a little time, lets it go. Quickly out to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the ground with the back. Fighting off the defender. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And the Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Hurtado. Floats it out in space. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Bunch formation, trying to confuse the secondary. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Man, you got to get Hatch around this dude. He finds the crease. He's down to the 27.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this field goal attempt will be a 48-yarder and not straight on from the left side. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Georgia looking to convert this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. The give to the back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Just feeds the running back. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The offense stays on the field. They just have inches to go on fourth down. They'll try to pick up the first. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. The give to the running back from the shotgun. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. The offense set for a first down play. The give to the tailback. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Back to throw, it's Hurtado. Right down the middle. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that when you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy, breezy.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wide out in motion. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Everett. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Third and goal from way back there. The snap sets up the throw. Grab behind the line. It's Everett. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this game.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Running behind that left side. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They're trying to get to him. Caught over the middle. It's Rhodes.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in their passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
They'll go to the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
Yeah, and you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built this program on, is running the football, physical running backs. That's what Georgia does.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. And the Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass, it's Hurtado. Tight end finds a soft spot. Pulled down for the tackle.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Got 3, but he needed 4. It's 4th down and 1. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. Hit the afterburners, kid. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Wolverines headed quickly to the line. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. The pull and throw off the RPO. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today. They still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Louisiana Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's there to make the stop.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't Olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You've got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Got it in the middle. It's Rhodes. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Cross the 30 out to the 33, engage 4 on the play.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Didn't get enough to move the sticks, but enough to leave them with the decision.
And the defense did a great job understanding the sticks, rallying to the football, getting them on the ground. And you're right, Reese, 4th and short, that means decision time, or for us, green light. Go for it.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Give to the running back. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy that's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, this offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Now he's looking to throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got it. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Nice move to stay on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Working that left side now. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. To the air, it's Hurtado. They're bringing heat. He's got it on the run. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick setting up fourth down.
No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. He wants to throw. Might be looking to run. He'll try to do it himself. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Corners are going to bail. Looking to throw on second down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Hauls it in and looking upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Scanning the field, it's Hurtado. Fires to the middle. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
I love it. I'm never of the mindset, take a knee, go to the half, whatever, man. If I can try to find an opportunity to put some points on the board, I'm going to try to do it. I like the offense chucked it up, but, you know, an incompletion, who cares?
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, tough to beat the pageantry and quality of play so far today in Ann Arbor.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Guys, here comes first drive of the second half. Always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive from it? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustment.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. If there's ever been a position group that sort of identifies with the team's mascot, it would be the bulldog mentality of this Georgia front.
Those hunkering down dogs up front, they got to hunker down and stop the run and be physical. And then guess what? It gets into passing situations. Now I'm quick. Now I'm on the edge. Now I'm making that quarterback's life a living you-know-what.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Dogs come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Hurtado. They're working that left side. Oh, better check some ankles. He makes a move and gets down to the 24. That last completion sets him up on second down. Now the play fake. Buying some time. Caught near the sticks. It's Pitts. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Here's the give off the left side.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Trying to get to it. Got his man quickly. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this touchdown, Georgia. And that one will give them the lead.
Yeah, and they got stuffed on first and goal, and they said, let's go to Old Faithful. Like, let's get the quarterback under center, run quarterback sneak, make this defense stop me. It's such a hard play to stop, and the offense gets the touchdown.
lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on second down from the 18. Give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. On the move at the 30. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. The inside handoff. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Gets it out fast. The expressway is wide open. The 10. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They'll run it from the gun. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. He's piled up 82 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. The Bulldogs brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Back to the ground game on the left. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw, it's Hurtado. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Turns it on in midfield. Finally run out of bounds, but but he has this offense rolling with a first down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Powers through the defender. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking to throw, it's Hurtado. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting. Got
some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Dogs! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't having it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Coastal Carolina has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the surf turf in Conway. They're up by a field goal over Louisiana. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He leaves it with his back. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Using his feet to buy time. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Power football with the run. Pushes ahead for a couple, they'll mark it at the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away. One one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Trying the left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Going with the ground game left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
He's going to let it go. He's got it down the left. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all...
Good enough.
Offensively, you saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a 1st down. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Going to the running game. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Now on 2nd down. They'll try the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? To the ground to try to move the chains. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll run the sneak for it. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback, right? Is he can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on fourth down.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has...
Second effort by the back to break a tackle, but how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D-linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
They'll leave it with him. Tough, hard-nosed running. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1.
I think you run that ball right there knowing that I'm going to run it again on fourth down. I'm going to go for it on fourth down. I got another play. Nice job by that defensive line, not getting moved around, making a play. They got to get one more stand right here.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Georgia.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot.
That makes the score. Georgia 27, Michigan 24.
little sports history, David. Upset is the only horse ever to defeat Man of War. And that's why we call games like this an upset.
I really had no clue that was a real thing. But I do know this is an upset. This team was unranked, beat a ranked team. But you went out and got your respect. You gained it now. Let's build on this throughout the season. One win, great win. Now let's go ahead and build some momentum in the future.
Reese, some might say you're not a one-trick pony with that reference. And obviously, this was the team, the unranked team, that had the horses to get this thing done. Too much firepower, just too much explosiveness on offense, great defense.